basketball. It's so fun to play with such storied traditions. Triple header. I was bummed I couldn't watch more of the other games. It's too busy. Sorry that we were so injured. Number 10 went down and wasn't clear to go back in the second half. So we had 3 total scholarship guards available, which obviously gets you a little bit run down. So we clearly, with multiple All-Americans out, we've got to get healthy. But we're on the road to recovery. We'll say it that way. Yeah, we got.
Hey, Coach, good to see you. Howard Mandel from Nets. Just in terms of Alyssa and what you get out of her, there's been a fair amount of variation in terms of how many shots you get. Are you looking specifically for an amount of shots from her? Are you looking for a specific offensive contribution? Just the other side of the ball, she's above 3% steals and blocks again. Mm-hmm. How much is that going to impact, not just what she does for you, but at the next level?
Yeah, I mean, she's obviously a really relentless competitor, and that's a skill set for people and a rare one. And she provides a lot for us in the full court and the defensive end. She didn't finish well enough today. She got blocked by her own defender too many times. I mean, that's not a good basketball play. And so when you only have a few scholarship players available, you have to play better. You have to play better because I can't get you a rest, right? You're going to have to play well tired. You have to play well through foul trouble, and that's just the way the cards were dealt. So she didn't play well enough, and I wish I could have gotten her a little bit of a rest, but that wasn't what was in the cards.
We're going to get some players so they can go shower.
Yeah, I mean, I guess just for either player, obviously you guys, depth was a little bit of an issue. Any flashbacks to that stretch? I guess for you, Deja, last year where you guys were also like 6, 7 people deep max.
Yeah, we knew that we were coming into this game kind of short roster. But I think that we still, as an experienced guard and with the other experienced guards, I think we still could have handled it better. Like, yeah, we know that we're short, we're going to be fatigued, but I think that was even more of a reason for us to push through. And we lacked that in crucial moments.
Deja, what went so well in the second quarter, and then what went so poorly in the third quarter?
Our defense, and in the second quarter, I think our defensive intensity led us out to transition looks, and we got runouts, we got layups, we were finishing, and then in the third quarter, it was our turnovers. We got turnovers, they got then their transition game going, and which is where they really thrive. And so for us to start out that third quarter, it was really our turnovers.
Leslie Gilbert, yes, again. Maria, what were you seeing on the court tonight that was working so well for you? And just now, I guess 10 games into being at UNC, how would you just describe your progression and how much more your comfort level is out on the floor with the team?
I would say going into this game in particular, our goal was to play really well on the post. We knew that they didn't have many post players available, so getting the ball down low, being able to finish, just being efficient down there was something that we needed to win this game. And I came out, I did as best as I could. And coming into UNC, I feel like it's more of like a family, and I feel like they look into me more and make sure every ball gets touches, and that just makes us a better team. Anything else for the players? Awesome. Thanks, Chris. Oh, Shelby, you have more?
Yeah, I guess, and it's pretty soon after the game, so hard. You haven't had a lot of time to reflect, but obviously third-ranked opponent, third loss against those ranked opponents. Just what do you think you guys can learn from these games?
I think just how good we have to play on both sides of the ball. I think in those games specifically, we've either played really well on the defensive end or really well on the offensive end, and we just can't win games like that. And I think this game it was a little bit of both, but it just wasn't as consistent, and especially that third quarter killed us. But I think progressively in those games we've seen ourselves get better at certain things that we had to get better at. But I think for this game specifically, it just came down to just the toughness and turnovers and just losing some layups we missed, just things like that. That continue to have that better.
For both players, what was the mood at halftime after you guys rallied from the deficit to tie it? Did you feel good coming into the halftime?
Yeah, we did. We liked our run. We liked our defensive intensity in that second quarter. That led us to our run. We liked the looks we were getting in transition because that's where we want to thrive. intensity. But then the third quarter was our offensive side that struggled. Like I said, turnovers that led to their win.
No, shower.
Thanks.
Thank you both.
Yeah. Sorry, she just wants to, they need a shower before we leave. Yeah.
So, as you've been trying to get the program back up to the Final Four level, obviously, a lot of recent high-profile recruiting battles you've ended up pretty much head-to-head. You're still a finalist with UConn. In this game, as close as you were before injuries and fatigue started taking a toll, do you see that as sort of the on-court with Zach so far?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I really like this roster. I mean, we've got, Renaya Kelly played great as a freshman, and, she's a top 15 player, and then gets called, and she can't play the second half, right? You've got Kayla McPherson, who's a top 15 McDonald's All-American. She's not cleared, right? Paulina is a Jordan Brand All-American. She's not cleared. Sierra Toomey, she's top 4 player in the country, not cleared, right? So I love our roster. We just got to get healthy. Because if we do, then all this experience we're gaining is really valuable. But you can't beat another good team with 5 players. Like, you just can't, right? It requires too much energy and whatnot. And so we were slow to get open. We were a little bit lackadaisical with the ball. There's a mental fatigue that a game like this takes on when you can't play 8 or 9, even for stretches of 6 minutes, right? So I was bummed because it was a great crowd, and these are 2 really good programs, and they're beat up too. And we were Gino and I were sort of joking before the game, but if we both were healthy, you guys would have had quite a game to watch, right? And that was the plan when the game was scheduled. So, but that's the nature of where we are, and our hope is that as we get healthier for the ACC, we get a great chance to do some good things in the league.
Ian Mossy, Yahoo Sports. As a Dartmouth alum, I
Hey,
know they
you're
were
a Dartmouth
here.
alum?
No, you're a Dartmouth alum.
Oh.
I'm definitely not a Dartmouth alum.
Okay.
Just what did it mean to have the team here
Yeah.
watching you, and did you know they were going to come?
Yeah, what's great is they came and they won today. So 2 straight wins for my alma mater. I'm really happy that Linda's there. I think she'll regroup that program. I had a lot of people here. I think I had over 100 just because I'm from here. I'm from a little bit north. I had my high school coach. I had an imposing high school coach. I had probably 30 family members. I mean, just a lot of people. Whenever I come up here, I feel very well loved. And so I was afraid of the lobby because every time I was in the lobby, I saw someone I knew. And someone they knew me a lot better than I knew them. Because I'm getting older. But yeah, it was cool to be playing in front of all of them. I know they were looking forward to seeing me, and they just had to wave from the sideline. Yeah. That's you, my man.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So, hi. Unqua Sonia, WFSB, CBS affiliate. I am curious, when you switched to zone in the 4th quarter,
Yeah.
was it a matter of you having less players available on your roster, or was there something you saw in UConn that you felt like you could disrupt on the offensive end?
It was a little bit of change in tempo. That's a good thing to do against a good team. But yeah, we were, your players really well at this point in the season. And you're looking at them, and they're just looking at you like, holy crap, coach, I'm so tired. My legs are heavy. I can't move. So it was a little bit of both. I would hate to say it, but yeah, I think a change in tempo. We use our zone just about every game as a change in tempo, and obviously it was a good, it did some good things for us. So it was a little bit of a combination of both. Hey, it's an Ivy League grad right here.
Yes. Big picture, you mentioned it at the start, just how this event is as the president of the UBCA. You got to be happy with all of these games. I mean, Triple Header today, it seems every weekend there's 2 or 3 really good games being shown. That's got to be a really good step for women's basketball in college.
I mean, it's just I'm so proud of the people that are playing the game. I hope our coaches are doing our jobs too. And what our jobs are is to give a great product for y'all to watch. And, these players they're skilled, they're big, they can move, they're athletic, they're disciplined. They have great courage, they're tough. I mean, it's really fun to be a part of the game right now because you can't turn on a women's game right now and be bored. It's just not possible, and then you don't know who's going to win. Even when you've got really, you're really beat up and don't have a lot of guys, you still have a good game to watch, So yeah, this is, there should be 3 games. I know there was originally 1 game, and pretty soon there's going to be 8 games, and you're going to be playing at 8 a.m., because that's how fun it is to have so many good teams here.
Maggie Benoni from 16 Insider. Paige Beckers, which is everyone did a great job. How hard is it to scout for maybe 8 divisions against her?
Yeah, she's super long and she's really poised. and she's obviously quite skilled, and she's really experienced. So she's got a lot. I mean, she's a top 5 draft pick for a reason. And so, you know, she's your A1 on the scout. When your A1 on the scout goes for 26 and you're a top defensive team in the country, shows you what a good player she is. So I can stick around. It's fine. What do you got? A couple more?
One more, and then she'll be right up.
Great. Sounds fun.
Tiani was in uniform for the first time. How
Yeah.
close is she to
Tiani's super close. Obviously, the fact that she was able to warm up means we don't want to waste a minute of her at least just on a basketball court. So she's getting closer.
We'll step right out here. Anybody else